guys, what's going on? Fly My Pawn here, and welcome back to Sky Factory 4. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we managed to get our hands, well, maybe not get our, well, I guess we did. We managed to get our hands on a wither, which we can now use as a means to spawn them infinitely within our mob spawner. In addition to that, we've managed to filter out some things from our inventory so we're not, fully booked on items that we can use. In addition to adding two new more crops into our systems in order to produce as much efficiency from our machines as possible. For this stream, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be reorganizing the applied energistics to machinery, so that way we can readily and availably produce certain mechanical components into our machine, which we are then going to set into a set of barrels that are going to be automatically loaded with a X amount of materials. But I digress. Without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. Alright, so the plan for today is we are going to be adjusting the... Well, we're going to be doing something interesting, to say the least. So, if you're familiar with the Simply Storage machines, there is a certain way where we can transfer items that is not available using applied energistics. I have tried to find alternative ways to fix it, but I think what I'm going to have to do... Oh, well, if I don't fall, that is. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get rid of the components that lead into here. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to set up a proper machine that dedicates towards these sorts of things without using the AE2 export and import buses. Because with the Simply Storage, if we go over there, there is a specific component called the operation upgrade. This is what we used beforehand to make sure we got specific amounts of materials on hand, and it's going to be our way of actually producing the materials henceforth. As for how we're going to deposit the items, we are going to put them in a row over here, and then we're going to open that up, and we're going to get it from the bottom here. So essentially, all the machinery for the Simply Storage is going to be plastered up here somehow, and we will work on the rest later. But I digress. To start off with, we are going to need to remove these wires, so I guess we'll start with that. So I'm going to quickly go with the control option here. We should be able to get everything. Yep, we get everything from the imports to the exports, so we're just going to get all these removed. And we'll just gather them up for our own personal usage in a moment. Quickly get everything there. There we go. Do the same here. Alright. Now we've got a bunch of cable that we can now utilize whenever we want. It does appear that our furnaces here are doing wonders. And we've got a plethora of wood to benefit from, plethora of charcoal, and we should be getting a plethora of charcoal in our system now. It is down to 248, slowly scaling up. It's looking like I'm going to need more, though, if I'm going to hope to finish this mechanism here. So, let's get some more furnaces. Okay, so we are lacking normal furnaces, so I'm going to make some more. Alright, here we go. I'll just make a stack of 64, no harm, no foul if we do it this way. Okay. I'm gonna put a furnace there. There we go. Just so we can quickly place that there. But yeah, I'm gonna need more furnaces, basically. Oh, whoops. Okay, we'll break this one. And we'll just slowly place those there. There we go. Now, we are going to need more well, we're going to need more cables to pass on the materials over, but that's perfectly fine. Okay, let's see, item cables. Thankfully, we got a plethora of item cables that we can utilize. We are lacking in another cable department, though, so I should probably do that first. Okay, so first, item extraction cables are the go-to. Let's go with 12 for now. I'm not sure if that's enough, but it will have to do. Okay, 12, and boom. Alright, let's see if that's enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we take these. There we go. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. And then I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I've ran out of normal item cables, but I can easily rectify that by getting another 8, which should cover the amount that we're suffering from, or the amount we're missing, rather. So let's quickly get those. Let's see. We're going to need more bricks. Alright, so we're going to need more clay. So we're going to quickly convert this into actual clay that we can utilize. We're going to quickly take that glass out. Alright, we are going to toss in the excess clay, excess glass. Take that. And I guess we wait until we get a little bit more, and we should be fine. Okay. Cancel this. Toss the bricks in there, so that way we can make the brick stairs. Okay, and finally, item cables. There we go. Now, all we gotta do is connect everything. So we're gonna put 2 cable on the top here in the corners. Gonna do that, and boom. Then we just take a cable there. And while we do need one more cable just to make it look fancy, we should be fine because this is going to mechanically boost up our production of coal. Or charcoal, rather. Exponentially. Now, naturally, this is going to drain the oak wood that we currently have, but that's fine. As long as we are able to supply this oak wood barrel, we should be fine. Because everything else will just fill in on its own. Charcoal is going to be going nuts, though, for a while. Until everything is filled. But hey, that's just how it goes. It'll stop eventually, I hope. Until then, the charcoal is going to be basically drained, so that is going to be a problem for our generators here, but thankfully they're going to be draining as time goes on, so we'll make up for the losses by getting way more in turn. It's a long-term investment, basically. That's all it is. Anyways, let's move back on to what we were originally planning, and that is going to be here. So, let's see. First, we're going to want to get some simply storage cable. And preferably we want the normal types here, so we're just going to be focusing on that. We're going to toss in most of the stuff we don't need. Alright. I shouldn't need this last item extraction cable either, so I'll put that away. I got a bunch of blocks of iron that I can convert and toss away, so there you go, we'll put those in. And then we will start the storage exports and imports here. Alright. So first we're going to set up the imports, which are going to be going here, here. Then we need the exports on the bottom, I guess. Which was the original goal with the furnaces, I believe. There we go. Do the same thing here. Alright. Now let's see, this was an import on here. Then there was an import here, here, and one on the bottom, wasn't it? Yep. And same thing here. Do the same thing on this, this, and this. Now I need more imports here, so we're going to make some more. We are going to need more hoppers, so we'll get 2 just so we can actually make these. There we go. 8 isn't going to be enough for what we're trying, but yeah, we should be able to fill in the rest as we go. There we go. That's those done. Now we got these. 3 and 2. Then on the front, we've got an export for each. Do the same thing here. There we go. Alright, we're going to need more, so I'm going to have to make some more import cables. So we're going to need to make 2 more hoppers here. There we go. That should help. Not by much, but it will do a lot. So let's see, we got the power, we got the import, we just need the export on the bottom. For this, it is an import on top, one on the front. This is the same, top, 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 front, top, and top. There we go. Yeah, because the power is being provided in the back, so we don't need to worry about that. Now for the bottom, which is going to be export cables. All of them, anyways. There we go. Alright, with that out of the way, we can now continue onwards, and if I do recall correctly, we will just need to connect everything via storage cables. So for this, we just want to put a cable here, a cable here. We do not want it to circle around at the bottom, rather we want it to focus on this side now, so we're going to connect these like so. Alright, that's the cable there connected, that's these connected. Done and done. And for this, we are going to need to connect these by using a cable 3 blocks out here. Alright, we do the same thing here. Apparently there is a mini-me causing trouble. Actually hurting me, no less. Easy enough to deal with, though. Okay, that's connected. Everything's good there. Alright, connect those, connect this. We are going to need more active, well, we're going to need more of those normal ones, so we just need to make some stone slabs. 60 should be fine for what we're trying, because that will just cover the amount that we need. Okay, we'll connect these. There we go. Then we just do this. Nice. And I guess we can do the same thing here. Just connect a little cable here. That'll connect them to our system. Let's actually break that, so that way we can do this. That way we can do that, and I guess we'll do that again. Why not? Connect those, that'll connect that to the system. We want those to connect here. Connect that over to here. Alright, there we go. That's connected. Now we just put a cable here. One here, one at the bottom here. There we go. There we go. And that should be everything connected properly. We just need to set everything up accordingly. Now, everything has its place. Now, let's see. Alright, so crushed quartz is going to go in these two. So we're going to want to put quartz in the top here. In the middle here, we are going to want... Right, we're also going to have to connect the core materials, aren't we? So I should probably have a chest dedicated to pumping in resources, shouldn't I? Or at least a half chest, I should say. Oh well, it's more things I have to address, but it's no big deal. We can make it work. It's just a matter of using storage link cables, basically, as a matter of, you know, sorting things out. But I digress. Now let's see. Okay, so to make a... Let's see, we can only make one per network, storage network master. We can use a storage request table to use, or to overview and request items from the network. Not that we are going to need it, but it is still something that we are going to need. Okay, for those, we're going to make this now. Boom. Alright, storage network master has been made. We need only put it right here, I guess. There we go. It is now connected. And I guess technically I could just make the... Manage all processing cables and network. We shouldn't need that, I don't think. Unless it's required, but I don't think it is. We just need the network master. I'll think about it. For now, though, we shouldn't need it. Anyways. So we are going to need some half chests here. We are going to set them up on the back here. So let's get some half chests. Alright, so... Cancel this. We should only need 8. Well, 7 should be fine. Because that's going to be the only required materials that we need anyways. Alright, so... I mean, we're going to be using barrels to contain some of the other materials anyways, so we should probably get some of those out. Alright, so we want wooden barrels here. There we go. 7 barrels. And 7 half slab chests. So 7 of these are going to be imports for the AE cable. That is for a given. And then the chests are going to be storage cables, most likely. And should we ever need excess, we can always just withdraw from here, basically. Or at least that is the intended plan anyways. Okay, with that then, we just need to figure out what is going to be made. So, let's see, we've got crushed quartz, so we need quartz as a component. And you know what? Before I do, let's get some materials needed. So we need export buses here. for the required materials. There we go. Now, let's see. Quartz is going to be one of the components, so we're going to stuff that in here. There we go. So quartz is going to fill one chest. Let's see. What else we're going to need? We are going to need charcoal for another chest, so we'll set that up. You know what? I'm probably actually going to swap this chest with a slab chest, actually. Yeah, let's break this for a moment. There we go. Put it in a slab chest, so that way we get half as much. There we go. That should remain at a half capacity for the majority of any duration of these cooks. So there we go. And we're only going to get more charcoal as a result, so that's good. Alright, so charcoal is going to go into this one. So we have quartz, we have charcoal, which is going to be 2 of the varying resources that we're going to be getting as a result of this. Okay, what's next? Silicon is going to be one of the processed units, but we don't need silicon as is, as far as I'm aware. Let's see. What can silicon be used for? It can be used to make silicon seeds, it can be used to make printed silicon, or it can be used to make silicon carbide. Which, I guess, is a material that we are going to need in a certain amount, but we shouldn't need too many. But I digress. That is a problem for another time. We just need to figure out what we need in each area. So, okay, we're going to take the silicon out here. This is going to be how we organize things. Okay, so calculation press. No, we need the silicon press to be covered. So we input silicon here. There we go. So white list of silicon. There's certain things here. Alright, so silicon goes there. Silicon's probably going to go here. Yep. Toss the silicon there. This is going to require diamonds, so let's get some diamonds as the focal point here. Okay, diamonds go through there. Silicon goes through this one, I do believe. Okay, gold is going to go through... Oh, no, wait, wrong one. Cancel this. This is gold. So silicon goes through here. Let's make some gold. Okay. Gold is going to go through the right one. And we want pure quartz going through the other one. So let's get a single pure nether quartz here. That is the input going through here. There we go. And I very much am going to get rid of the crystal growth chamber and the energy acceptor here. So that way I can automate it another way. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly get this crystal growth chamber picked up, because I can actually work it with the other network as well. As long as I use quartz, then the system will be fine, basically. I'm gonna break this, so that way I can automatically take this out. There we go. Almost thought I destroyed the entire network, but thankfully I didn't, so that's good. Alright. The energy acceptor is gonna go here, as is the crystal growth chamber. There we go. And I guess what we'll do is we will put on... Well, we're going to need an export and import, obviously, but this will be basically used for making crystal... Well, crystals for the machine, but I digress. That is another thing that we'll just have to tack on as we go. So we're going to need diamonds in one area, so we'll make that a thing. We're going to need gold. Alright, gold can go in there. We are going to need pure nether quartz here going in. So this will be the next one here that's going to go in. Although I can process my own pure quartz if need be. So it's not like it's a bad thing. Okay. And I guess worst case I can just put these as storage capacities for each one, right? So I guess let's put some... Alright, nether quartz goes in there. Charcoal goes in there, so let's get some charcoal. There we go. For this one, it's diamonds. For this one, it's gold. For this one, it's pure nether quartz, so we'll put that gem there. I guess just in case we do want silicon there, but we shouldn't need to focus on it, but I digress. It's just another thing that I have to add to the machine at the end of the day. So there we go. Processed goods now. Well, actually, before we do... Alright, so I do believe I'm going to need redstone. And I'm going to need another thing, I do believe, in order to fulfill these things. Actually, pure nether quartz would actually be a processed good, technically, so we don't need that there. But rather, we should have it as a barrel thing. So we'll put pure nether quartz as one of the barrel things that we can have at the ready. Let's see. We do need silicon as a one of those things that is going to be processed. Redstone. That is a component that we are going to need in bulk. So let's get half a stack, get it ready for the positioning. We don't need the pure nether quartz here, but we are going to put redstone here. There we go. Now, if I recall correctly, yep, redstone is a core component in the middle of every machine. As far as I'm aware, anyways. There we go. All the way over here. Redstone. Maybe not there, but here. Keep misclicking. There we go. Done. Now, if I recall correctly, the metallurgic infuser, yep, that is a required material, so let's see. Going by the side config, infuses purple, so purple is infused, so we want it in the middle here. The same for the other side here. So that's going to be redstone oriented as well. So now that redstone is going to be going through to here, we'll put that away. Okay. Printed silicon is going to be going on the bottom. So we're going to take half a stack here, just to sort it out. So we will put the printed silicon here. We'll put one here. There we go. And one right here. Boom. Alright, we just get some storage cable. We need to link this up, because I forgot to do that. That's linked. Is this one linked? It is. Perfect. Alright. I do believe printed silicon counts as a processed good, but it is not inherently required to set up, but whatever. We'll keep it there, just because we can. As for lighting, we'll put that there just so... Well, for now, we'll put it there, just so we're not spawning mobs, but I digress. We will need to put a torch on top of this storage network master, for obvious reasons. Don't want mobs to spawn. Okay, printed engineering circuits are immediately, obviously, going to go from here to the top here. Out from here goes these. There we go. Redstone goes in the middle. Yeah, printed silver on the bottom. Out comes the engineering processors, which is exactly what we wanted. And out from here comes the printed silicon. There we go. Okay, silicon, redstone, diamond, yep. Printed engineering circuit, yep, on the top. On the bottom, sorted. Printed silicon, yep, there we go. Out comes the engineering processor. And we are going to want our first process good over here. Alright, now for the gold one. We're going to take out the logic processor. Alright. Let's get some gold real quick. Let's take out half a stack just because we can. Toss that in there. There we go. Gold goes in. Printed logic circuits come out. On the top here, logic circuits go in. There we go. That is the machine sorting it out. There we go. Redstone goes through as with the printed silicon. And we're basically golden there. And we have our logic processors basically set now. Alright, cool. That is the next one done. Now for this one. Naturally, we are going to need the pure quartz if we want to set this up, so we'll get one singular pure quartz here. The input is the pure quartz, obviously. Once we put it through the ringer, it's going to convert into its circuit form. There we go. Printed calculation press. We then put the calculation press in here, which is then going to suck up and go into the top here. And we should process... Well, we're going to need a... Yeah, we're going to need some redstone real quick and the silicon. Okay, redstone. And now we can just take one of the silicon presses here. Bada bing, bada boom. It's going to process into its calculation variant. Boom. Then we put that through the filter here. There we are. And this calculation processor shall go here. Bada bing, bada boom. And that is the sorting and organization of those done. Now let's see, we've got this, which is going to need to be sorted now. Okay, the export is obviously going to be silicon. For both areas here. The import is going to be charcoal. For both ends here. Now, is it blacklisting or whitelisting that I'm looking for here? I think it's whitelisting. To my knowledge. Yeah, the capacity card lets me filter in. Wait, hold on. Did I do it the wrong way? I did it the wrong way. Great. Okay. Mistake on my part. I've just basically wronged the, I've put them in the wrong positioning. Ah, jeez. Alright, let's quickly revamp this. Alright. It's the export cables that I want to put in on the tops and sides, because that is meant to put items into the area. Imports are to put items into the network, not out. So I've basically buggered myself a little bit here, but it's an easy fix. It's an easy fix. I mean, we've got all the cables in position. It's just a matter of replacing the greens with the reds and the reds with the greens. So, there you go. Alright. Grab this. Now for these. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got these still, but that's an easy fix. Okay. Import cables are the ones on the bottoms. My mistake. Okay, imports. Alright, import here, here, and here. Here, and here. Then we go for these. Alright. And done is done. Okay, now we can get into the export part of things. Alright. Oh, whoops. I meant to put on the side here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Finally. Alright, so up here. There we go. And then we do the same thing on these sides here. One at the top, one at the bottom. Now we go for this one. Bada bing. Bada boom. And then we get the imports here. There we go. My god, that was tedious. Okay. Alright, let's start with the basics. Okay, so we've got crushed quartz here, right? So we need quartz going in from the tops here, so let's get some quartz. And we want to do the same thing with the crushed quartz, but for now, let's just put in nether quartz here. Alright, so nether quartz is going to be a it's going to be processed 4 times here, effectively. There we go. And crushed quartz should come out the bottom, basically. It's not going to go anywhere just yet, given it doesn't have a place to go. But for now, we will mark the crushed quartz here. There we go. So, it comes out there. Alright, so now we want specifically... Let's go mineral. We need mineral chunks here. And we're going to actually put this as one of the filters here, I believe. Because we do not have mineral chunks as part of the system. So we're going to put that there for them to extract at their leisure. Or leisure, whatever you prefer. Okay. Now, We do need redstone here, so let's quickly get that. Okay, so redstone goes obviously in here, as does in here. On the top, we throw in crystallized mineral chunks. There we go. And at the very bottom, we pull out... what was it called? It was called... Fluix crystals, yes. There we go. Let's pull out the Fluix crystals here. There we go. They are going to go into these spots respectfully. Alright, these crushers were meant to crush Fluix crystal, were they not? So we put those here. And then we get Fluix dust, which we are going to put here. And here. There we go. Those are those machines done. In order for us to get more pure quartz, or, yeah, more pure quartz, we are going to need a machine here, so we are just going to quickly branch a cable across from here. And just make it look uniform by doing that. And we can go through here if need be, so it's not a big deal. We are going to put an import cable on the side here. And we are going to put your... Hold on. Let's quickly get a pure nether quartz crystal here. There we go. We are going to toss that in here. Should only need a set amount, but I digress. Okay. With that, though, that should be good. And now we just need an export here, I do believe, to input whatever seeds that we make into the system. So I guess we're also going to put seeds here, just so we have it. Hold on. Here we go, nether quartz seed. We'll put these in here, there we go. And we'll put those in there, so that way we can always just pull them out immediately if need be. Okay. Now let's see, this is going to go into here. This is going in here. Gold can go into here for now. This is diamond, so we don't need that too... Yeah, we don't need that just yet. But I digress. The silicon is the end goal for us when dealing with the crushed quartz. Do I need anything else? Do I need more for crushed quartz? Alright, let's see. I can make a plethora of things with crushed quartz, so it is imperative that I actually make a dedicated slot for it. So I'm going to put the crushed quartz over here as a component that we can use. I'm actually going to take the silicon and put it there. Alright, so we now got pure quartz, pure nether quartz. Then we need... Do we need anything else? I don't think we do. We got the 3 components here. We've got the Fluix crystal, which is going to be a needed component here. So I'll put the Fluix crystal here. And then we need one for Fluix dust, so that is another barrel on top of what we already have. So I'll put the dust over here to say I am doing it. There we go. And then we need 1 barrel worth of another thing just to make it even, if we need to. Let's see. We're making quartz, we're making that, we're making that. Those. I think we should be fine. The only other thing I can think of is we use the metallurgic infuser here and make something out of it, but I highly doubt we need to, really. Yeah, I don't think I need anything. As far as I'm concerned, this is enough. I guess technically I could use it to make mechanism stuff, but I really shouldn't need to. So instead, I think I have everything I need for this. So instead, I'm going to take this with me. I'm going to put it on... Let's put down a furnace on top of the torch here. And then we'll put the wooden crate on top. So that way we can link all of it together in a uniform means. So we'll take out the torch here. Make it look nice. Well, maybe look-ish nice. And there we go. It doesn't seem like it's emitting any yellow squares or X's, so there you go. Alright, off we go. I think we should be fine. I just need to set up the inventories for it, and we should be good to go. So what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to make a few new cables. We got 7, 14, 15. Okay, so I need at least 16. So if I go to cable here... Okay, so if we go to cable, let's see. We need to make storage link cables. Alright, we need to make at least 16. There we go. Perfect. Now, if we just connect these together, we should be fine. There we go. Now, if I do... Okay, let's see. Blacklist. No, we want to whitelist everything. Because this is the only thing that we want in there. Okay. Okay. And then, there we go, that's another thing. There we go. Alright, there we go. So if we ever need to call upon anything, it's just going to fill up with the materials needed. Of course, I am going to need to set an X amount of material for this machine, so that is something I'm going to have to address. So that will adjust how we make things, essentially. So now we need to make the filters, basically. So we have silicon coming in. We don't necessarily need to manage the... Yeah, we don't need to manage the printed silicon because that's a specific material, as is the printed engineering circuits. Those are going to be full to the max. We want to control the amount of engineering processes and all that jazz that come out, but I digress. For now, though, because all those three machines are going to auto-process, so I expect them to stay that way. But I digress. For now, operation upgrades are the way to go. We are going to need a bunch of comparators here. So I'm going to need a bunch of torches. We'll make a stack of 64. That should be enough for what we're trying. Alright, let's just make as many as we can. Alright, we can only make 9 for now, but that's fine. Okay. Alright, well there we go. Cancel that, and we should be good to go. Now, am I avoiding anything excess that I don't need? Because that does matter. We are running out of room because of, random assortments of blocks, it seems. Let's ditch the slab here. Let's ditch the light blue dye, the brick. We will take out the heads. There we go. Okay, we're gonna quickly get those deleted accordingly. Alright, doesn't seem like we've got more room for those, but we can put room in for these, I suppose. There we go. Alright, Lex is gonna go, as is Gerbik. There we go. I really should just put a fuzzy upgrade for this, shouldn't I? There we go. We are gonna need a chest for the more or less the things that do not store well. Because that's going to be jumbling constantly and shuffling and doing crazy things, but I digress. Anyways, where was I? Right, I was trying to organize things so they filtered out. Operation upgrades, if you will. Okay. This operation is going to require an operation upgrade. We're going to import the filter. We're going to whitelist, obviously. Alright, so engineering processors are the way to go. If there is less than, let's say, 256. That's about 4 stacks worth. If there is less than 256 of its current counterpart here. So if there's less than 250... Well, let's make it 255, so that way we get 256 specifically. Then it's going to operate, and it's going to take out those. And it is going to store them here, basically. There we go. Now for the logic processors, let's put in the operation upgrade. If there is 255 here, alright, 255, right? Here we go. Logic processor, whitelist. If there is less than 255, keep it active, otherwise keep it on. That is already going to operate there, there we go. Going to take the calculation processor, do the same exact thing here. There we go. 255 of calculation processors, keep it processing. Alright. Silicon is the same here. Alright. Now let's see. What are we going to do for these? Let's see. Let's see. Do we want a high amount? Let's go 512 just to be safe. If there is not enough 512 in silicon, there we go. Let's make it 511. So that way we do get 512. Okay, we're taking out silicon. There we go. Okay, 511 silicon. Alright, there we go. Now, if there's 511 silicon in the system already, then we can basically funnel it out. There we go. Alright, the same is probably going to be said for the crushed quartz, 511. So, let's see. Crushers. Alright, let's put an operation upgrade. If there is 511 crushed quartz, we will stop the process. There we go. Move over here, do the same exact thing. There we go. There we go. Alright, and for this, let's see, we're going to be processing a lot of these, I would imagine, the Fluix crystals. So let's get that Fluix crystal out as we put that back in. There we go. Now let's see. How many do we want of Fluix crystal? We're probably going to want 255, much like we have before. Put that. There we go. 255. Now for the brushed Fluix. Which is going to be up here. How much do we want of that? I guess... let's go with the 255. We might as well just go bulk. If we're going to be making more machines of this, we should probably make an effort to get as many as we want, right? So let's go with that. Now, crystal growth chambers. I guess we're going to want a similar amount. 255 should be enough. Okay, so put in the operation upgrade, 255. And I'll quickly get the Fluix of it. Or rather, the nether quartz, pure nether quartz crystal. Alright, so if we have 255 pure nether quartz crystal, we will stop the operation, and it shall just be stationed there. Of course, we are going to want to limit the amount we can craft with this, so we're going to actually get some cobblestone here. So we're going to be using cobblestones as a means to prevent it from... Well, I would use a cobblestone as a means to prevent too many from going in, but I guess we can't. Oh well. Alright, let's make an... Let's see. We are going to need to make a export cable here, so we need to get a piston. Boom. Done. Alright, there we go. That should be all of the system wired up and ready to go. Anything excess we will have to address on our own. As for the cabling, we could probably ditch it from here. We shouldn't need any excess, as far as I'm aware. So we should be fine. As far as I'm aware, anyways. Now, we are going to need to set up storage buses for each and every one of these. So we're going to get one on the top here and one on the... or the rest on the bottom. Alternatively, I just move this over somewhere and we get, you know, get it somewhere else. But I digress. We shouldn't need to. Alright. Now, the last bit is kind of crucial, but it makes the most sense. Okay. Let's get everything out of the system that is applied in nature. Or at the very least, the more important components that is going to be put in through here. There we go. We don't need ender dust. We'll take that out. There we go. We don't need the silicon in here, so... Everything is basically just going in barrels, put simply. And it's going to be transferred anyways, so there you go, right? I guess the rest we could technically ditch, but yeah, I don't feel like doing that. I mean, worst case, I could just put it into a chest and then have a storage link cable and just, Yeah, I could actually do that. Let's actually get a, let's get a chest. Why not? Anything excess that we want to do, we can just put into one of these chests here. And we'll just have it on the side if we ever need it. So I'll just put it right, yeah, let's say here. Why not? Then we will put the storage link cable here. That is going to start processing literally everything now. And I think yeah, no, everything is just going in, and it's going to work out quite well, I think. Toss in everything there that we don't need. And it'll extract and import as needed. There we go. This is doing the same. Oh, did silicon not go in there? No, we don't want silicon presses going in. We want it going out. Preferably. There we go. There we go. And I guess this chest will basically be our filter for anything excess we make. Not that we need it, but yeah, it never hurts to have it, you know, set in excess. There we go. Alright, well, while that's working its magic, I'm gonna sort these things out. So we're gonna need, let's see. Right, we need the silicon now. I'll take one stack of those. Let's see. Inscriber. This is going to need silicon. That's going to process... Actually, no, we don't need that there. Cancel this. Take this out. It's here. Boom. Okay, that's going to process that into its counter components. There we go, printed silicon. Okay, there we go. That's going to process silicon. This one needs to do the same. There we go. Silicon goes there. Silicon press, perfect. This is going to need a change. Okay, we do have a limit on silicon, do we? I'm fairly certain we do. Yeah, we should have a certain amount that we can process, so there you go. Alright, where was I? Right, I do believe I needed to process gold now. And diamonds. So diamonds, gold, and what else was it? It was redstone's already been processed. That's already been processed. Nether quartz was also another process that needed to be done, but I will address that later. Okay. Okay, this was the silicon, so this needs to be... Alright, so the back here should be diamond. There we go. That'll start processing diamonds. This should be processing silicon itself, which it isn't. Okay. Gold goes in there. Okay. Toss that through there. Toss this on the top here. Like so. this should be a higher priority, because we want these to filter in. If there's no room in the other chests, then we should probably focus on these as the priority, naturally. These are already filtered, so there you go. Okay, this is not filtered, so we need to set that up. So we're going to quickly get a printed engineering circuit here. Put that through here. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be going there. This one's already got the calculation circuit going to the top, but we want to make sure it is. There we go. That's going to go in through there. There we go. This one's going through the top. Perfect. Let's see. Side and bottom we don't have, so we're going to need more redstone, so quickly get that. Okay, let's get a stack. That should be fine. Redstone should be going through the middle here, as it should. Like so. Alright. We should probably set a limit on how many of these circuits we can have, but that's fine. Okay, so now we get the silicon printed silicon going through the bottom here, like so. There we go. And now we just need redstone in bulk, so we just go into the redstone chest, and it should yield some interesting results. Yep, redstone goes through here, there we go. That's going to start funneling like crazy. Yeah, there we go, that's processing units, which we want. That's processing. It's not processing because we have too much material. Alright, that's processing, good. Okay, the only thing we need here is redstone, which we already got labeled out, so... yeah. Basically good there. That's good, that's good. We just need more redstone, as expected, but I digress. Now we need to start making some filters for the others, I do believe. So we want to prevent overflow here, so... let's aim for if the network has X amount of engineering circuits, just stop processing. Or stop activating it, basically. So we're going to make some more redstone comparators, I guess. We are going to need more stone, so let's get some cobble. 3 stacks should be enough as we go down through here. And we're just going to take these bricks here. There we go. That should do it. Oh. Ah, God. Alright, at least our network's doing really well, I'd like to think. Okay, we'll toss in the stone here. Let's see what else we can make here. Okay, stone. Let's see. We are... okay, so there we go. We are lacking in the stone department, but I can take out the redstone card, put that in. Or is what I would say, if I could. Okay, what is currently causing us a kerfuffle? Yeah, we got a lot of saplings. I could start ditching saplings if I really wanted to, but I'd rather not if I could help it. What else could I ditch? I'm gonna need the export buses, so I guess I could take those out of the machine. There's no reason to have them on in here. Let's get rid of some of these seeds here. We don't need some of these things that we are carrying in bulk. Bowls can go... I mean, I guess we're going to keep them because they're already sorted in. Take the storage buses, because those are going to be useful. As well as those. Wooden crates, not really as needed. We'll take the exports. Let's see, what else? We do not need all these books, honestly, so I may just start filtering them out to get rid of them entirely. I haven't decided yet, though. I'll get rid of the dropper, I'll get rid of those. Shot rebound modules, I don't need those as far as I'm aware. Kind of hard to get rid of, though, I must admit. Get rid of these. Put those bricks in, finally. Put in the stone. There we go. Alright, there we go. It is really shuffling, though, if it's doing that much, jumbling, I must admit. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's an interesting situation. Alright, anyways. Where was I? I was gonna make these, wasn't I? So I'm gonna need more redstone comparators. 12 should be enough for what we're trying to do. We should only need 8. I mean, really we don't need that many, but I digress. Okay, so once there is 64, let's make it 4 times, well 3 times as much, because we don't need that many, so stop this when there's 3 stacks worth, I guess. So take this, there we go. Once there is 64, let's go for 3 times its amount, 192, so 191. If there is 191 in the system, if there is a 192, then deactivate, basically. For this one, it is basically the same thing. But we are going to make it 63 here. And that's only if there is 63 printed calculation circuits. That way we're not, you know, going overboard on it. So this is gonna put in pure... Alright, so... I think the amount is actually here somewhere. Yep. Quickly grab those. Yeah, so we want the import of pure nether quartz to be here. It's going to pop those in there, and there you go. Then it's going to put through there, and then go through here. There we go. Alright, cool. This leads to here. There we go. This is the flux crystal. Alright, there we go. I think that's enough for what we're trying to do, because this is going to produce the pure quartz into printed calculation circuits. There we go. That's 63. This is going to produce those, so we want to mark that. So we're going to operation upgrade 63. And we want to limit to 63 printed logic circuits. There we go. So that way, once they're hit 64, or roughly that amount, we are basically golden. For this one, it's basically the same process, just silicon, which I've already marked as... Well, I'll put this here as well. So that way I can get the printed circuits here. Once this has active if less than 63, yep. And this one is... what? It is 191. Okay, so 191. Boom. And for this, same thing. Alright, cool. That is the filter sorted out, and now we just gotta connect it to the raw system itself. So basically, once it hits the 191 mark, which it should have already hit long ago, it's gonna stop draining from these networks here. Yeah, there we go. And once this filters out, it's gonna limit to 255, which is basically 4 stacks. So now I just gotta get everything set up. Oh, right. And I've also got to set up the nether quartz seeds so that they filter into here. But before I do that, let's see. Yep, the filter is so that if there is too many, there we go. Alright, there we go. That's going to slowly start to process. Now, of course, I am going to need some power, so I'm going to have to get a cable here. But that's as easy as just taking this singular energy cable and putting it there, which actually gives us some more room to work with, but I digress. This is going to give us plenty of power so we can get the nether quartz seeds in. This is going to pump out the pure nether quartz, and there we go. We are going to have a surplus of supply here now. Alright. Now finally for the storage bus. Gonna put these storage buses on their respective spots. Okay. Okay, flukes crystals are there. There we go. Double click these. Alright, that's those in place. We'll put this in here. Done and done. We've still got some others to address, but that's perfectly fine. Now let's get the covered cable. Done. Okay. Alright, let's get these cables in place, and let's start connecting this to the system. This is going to be a interesting network, to say the least, but it should do the job as intended. I mean, as long as it's connected to the system, we should be fine, basically, so there we go. Alright, with this, we put that there. We're going to extend it one just to make it look nice, so we can actually see what we're doing here. There we go, and all we got to do is connect this entire thing up to the network, and we should be golden, actually. Bada bing, bada boom. And that is going to start pumping literally everything that we need into these. And that's going to start this entire system back up and into operation. Okay, quartz is going in. Yep, flux crystals going in. Crystallized mineral chunks are going in. There's going to be a lot of processes that are about to go down. And I guess we'll wait until we get everything else put in, but basically this is going to act as our storage from now on. We no longer need to actually use certain things here, I do believe. Because, yeah, we don't need this, as far as I'm aware. Okay, we don't need the printed silicon here. Don't need the cable there, don't need the cable here. Nor do we need it here or here. And from there, we don't need the engineering circuits here. And for these, we shouldn't need them either. There we go. Alright, let's take these out, because this is just going to waste power if we keep them on. Oh, whoops. Accidentally hit something I shouldn't have. This was what? This was breadstone, which we did need. So we're going to put a storage bus there. Put back the covered blue cable. Alright. Now, let's get some redstone. And convert it, obviously. Because obviously we need to. Alright, let's quickly levy the other parts here. Okay, we're gonna put the printed silicon away. There we go. Alright, printed silicon sorted. Now the silicon itself. I do believe that goes in here, does it not? Yep, silicon goes here. There we go. We now need to get the, not the import bus, but the storage bus here. Alright. Alright, storage bus has been placed. Then we put in that there. There we go. Now that system is connected to that. Okay, these... Yeah, that's being processed in there, as is the quartz. Diamonds as well, as is the gold, redstone, that, and of course, we are going to need more seeds, but that's perfectly fine. Alright. Given how well it's working, I think it's good to go. Now let's just hope we can get an excess of the materials that we're looking for. Because now that these have finished processing, we just need to sort them out, so that way they're going to store in the chests, but I digress. That will come in due time. Alright, let's put in the... let's actually put that in there. There we go. Let's see, we got crushed quartz here, so that's going to go in there, I guess. There we go. Crushed quartz has already been sorted, so we don't need more of that. There we go. Alright, there we go. That is the network set up. It is a bit awkward, as you can probably see, but considering it's going to reduce the amount of power that we require from the Applied Energistics network, and just because of how you know, quality it is, this is going to be our means of actually making it work. So, it works in the end. That's what matters, basically. If it didn't work, I'd be pulling my hair out, but as you can see, there you go. Alright, before we go any further, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to force a change here. So that way I can get Fluix crystals into the system. So, oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. That is going to be Fluix crystals, so we're going to mark this as Fluix. This is pure nether quartz, so I will have to address that in due time. For now, though, we should be fine. I'll just set that there, so that way it's going to pull and push as needed. And now we just need the pure nether quartz, so we're just going to have to make a bunch of seeds. So we're going to make some nether quartz seeds here in bulk. 4 stacks should do us well enough. And it should start depositing all those seeds, actually. Somewhat slow to begin with, of course. But I'm going to toss in these just so it goes faster. There we go. And that's going to start processing 4 stacks therein of the seeds over time. And that's going to be effectively our means of getting more pure nether quartz. But I digress. That is going to suck up the... Oh, whoops. There we go. And just in case, we're going to actually make some more. I'll make 2 more stacks just to be safe. That way I've got a plethora of seeds to work with here. Just so it's powering and working its butt off here. So yeah, 6 stacks, that should be enough. That is going to make 63 of those. It's going to make 255 of those. 191 of those is already set. Okay. Alright, that's done. Now we are just making excess from there, and there we go. Alright, perfect. Now all we gotta do is connect the covered cable here. Done and done. And we've got ourselves some new inventory stock. There we go. And once we finally get the amount that we need here, then we're basically golden. So, just gotta process the rest of this fluix crystal here, I guess. We'll toss the rest into here, just so it's actually, you know, evened out. We should be good. Alright, there we go. Now, we just need to make some adjustments to our system regarding redstone and all that jazz, the materials that we are using in bulk, and we should be fine. So, first, let's make some more redstone. Okay, to make more redstone, we just need to get the acorns here and just bulk them up. There we go. We cancel that. Then we just convert these into their counterparts. We'll toss in the redstone card so we can get more of this. I'll toss in anything I don't need. There we go. Okay. And there we go. That is a bunch of redstone that we can reliably use. 24 stacks should be enough, given the circumstances. Let's see. These storage buses here are kind of useless, so we're just going to break them, I think. Yeah, we're going to break this. We're going to break this. This one can go, I guess. As can this. That can go. We're going to keep that there. What about this below the redstone? Is there anything in there? There is nothing in there, but I can include it to something more practical. Let's see, heads. We've got a head that we don't need, so we're going to ditch that. Honestly, at this point, I'm going to put in the fuzzy upgrade, so if anything is a head, then we're just going to get rid of it. Although I'm worried that it's going to count skeleton heads, so let's see. It is going to count skeleton heads, so I'm actually going to want to remove that and focus on other means to get rid of them. Let's see, we've gotten rid of the leaves. That is a given. That's good. We are going to need another trash can, so let's make another. Okay, trash void. Boom. We are going to need to use the export bus here. So let's get this export bus down here. Oh, whoops. Not what I wanted. There we go. Alright. Export bus. Put in the head. We are going to need to expand its inventory, but that's fine. For now, let's just put in Diraxo's head. And there we go. Hopefully, that gets rid of all the mob heads that we don't need. I'm going to keep the skeletons, obviously. So far, it does seem like heads are in lack thereof, which is a good thing for us. Is there anything else I want to do before I move on? I should probably put some maximums on the popped forest root, but so far it's not been a problem, so I'm not going to. Okay. Okay, so ores are doing quite well, I must admit. I should probably start setting them up so I can start breaking them automatically. So that way I don't have to set them up on an inventory scale here. And rather, instead, I can just directly send them over to somewhere. Which would be a good idea, mind you. I just need to set it up so it actually puts in all the ores, and then I can have like a certain amount. I can have a certain machine break each ore and then go from there. But I digress. Alright. Where am I next going? I have no idea, to be honest. I sort of only had this planned, I must admit, so anything else is really just management things, isn't it? Let's see. Well, we've managed with the pure nether quartz, so that's a good thing for us. Because now we can process these with ease, that's going to be nice. Once we finally finish the processing of the crushers, or the crushers are filled to the brim, we can finally use the metallurgic infusers for their intended purpose, which is going to give us excess quartz. So now that they're at a limit, and given that they aren't increasing any from the silicon perspective and everything otherwise, we should be good. We're just going to organize these so that way they look nice. We should only ever need... Yeah, we should only ever need those. So we got these there. There we go. Okay, we're going to put those there. And logic processor we don't need in here, so we can just toss it in here. Boom. This chest basically carries excess of anything we don't want, which is likely going to be the, processes here. We should probably make some extra diamonds, now that I think about it, so let's quickly get that done. Because otherwise, we are just not going to have enough for other things. Let's just make a bunch of diamonds. There's no reason to not, right? Why not, right? Have an infinite amount of diamonds. To that end, actually, I should probably put some storage for diamonds, emeralds, and that sort of thing. That'd be nice. In fact, I could probably put it on this row here, couldn't I? Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'll put it on this row. Why not? It's not like I'm using this for anything, or this, so let's see. We're not using that. Yeah, so let's get rid of these. We're not using that. We're not using this. We're certainly not using this, but I'll cancel that anyways, so that way I can find something better. Okay, so let's get some... Alright, let's take diamonds here. We're gonna put... Let's see, diamonds should go there, emeralds should go there. Alright. Storage bus. Alright, diamonds. Alright, so let's put those away. Alright, well, it seems like the diamonds are going to be funneled out anyways, but it shouldn't be that big a deal. So diamonds go... Yeah, they go right here, don't they? Yeah, I'm just confirming. So it needs to go through here. Okay, emeralds is next. Okay. Okay, we'll put the cable here, so that's diamonds sorted, that's emeralds. Break that, so that way we can sort out the next one, which is going to be... Let's see, what ores do we have? Or what item do we have in bulk that we don't have sorted yet? Gold would be one, wouldn't it? We have it in blocks of gold, so we'll probably do that. Alright, we'll put blocks of gold in there. We'll get blocks of iron. Iron is in ingot form, so maybe I want to convert the gold into ingots. That might be better. Alright. Let's get the gold out. Let's convert that into its counterparts. Okay. I'll take the gold out. Take that out. Alright, gold. Now we got iron here, so we'll set that up. Storage bus. Let's get some iron. Oh, 1 second. Be right back. Okay, apologies for the delay. I had to pick up groceries and then bring them into the house, as is natural. And of course it crashes when I just get back. Ah, great. But at least everything's set up so I can just wait, but I'm getting tired of these crashes. It only happens when I try and go back into the game, but whatever. Ah, well. Anyways, I guess we're just gonna have to wait for like a few minutes before it, you know, gets loaded, so... I guess be right back until then, huh? Don't worry, I'll just mute myself and we'll see how things pan out. See you guys in a bit. Alright, and it's almost done. Good to see. Good to see. If you're wondering, I was just looking at through my Discord and seeing if anything was going on, but nothing is, so that's good. Alright. Let's get back into things, shall we? If I recall correctly, we had just finished a key component in order to make some new machinery. So that's nice. The hope for now is going to be to... I do believe I want to make my next goal... Yeah... where was I? Ah, yes, I was sorting out the amounts of materials that I have in bulk, because, you know, I've got a bunch of stuff that's not sorted yet, so... That's something I want to fix. So, for here, we're going to need gold. That was the intent, I believe, yeah. Currently, our gold is missing. Somehow. Okay, well, I guess I make more gold. Toss in the gold nuggets. Actually, you know what? There's an easier way to go about this. We'll just make a stack here, or as much as we can anyways. Gonna take... Alright, so emeralds there. We want gold to be here. Take that out. Put those back in. There we go. Alright, melons and seeds are basically in bulk now. Can this be powered by redstone, actually? Yeah, we don't want this always on. We want this to require redstone. So now we need a clock, I believe. Redstone clock. What was it called? It's called a redstone clock. Okay, so basically that name. Let's type it in. Okay, redstone clock. We need to make 2 of these. Alright, so we need more redstone. Easily done. There we go. Okay, we've made 4 redstone clocks, thankfully. Really, we should only need 2, but that's fine. But we put the redstone clock here. We want to reduce the duration down to 5 seconds. Let's make it a tick of 200. There we go. After 200 ticks, we make 1 pumpkin. Or we make a bunch of pumpkins offload, essentially. Or, you know what? Let's increase it to an absurd number of 500. Why not? There we go. Let's make it go for 1 duration of a tick. Let's reduce it down to 200. Well, let's reduce it down to 300. Why not? Not sure how long that is going to be in delay, but we don't need that many that we are, we don't need as many seeds as it's producing, basically. So as long as we click it, like snap, then we're basically golden. Because that way, then we can start getting more seeds out of, well, we can get more bang for our buck, basically. Anyways. That is going to help with our supply, I would imagine. So we'll put this away somewhere. That is not filled to the brim. There we go, that should do it. I'll toss the osmium out. Alright, now, with that, gold is in the system. We have plethora of gold now. We just need to set up iron now. Alright, we'll put the gold here. Iron should go next. Let's get that set up. There we go. Now, if we set up a storage bus here. Well, we've already got the storage bus, we just need to put in iron. There we go. Now we open up this, toss in the iron. We get another set of storage space that we can work with. Now let's see, do we need anything else? I guess we're going to need to put in the nuggets as well, so I guess we will put those nuggets over here, I guess. So iron and gold nuggets. Because we use equally as many iron and gold nuggets here as possible as well. Alright, gold. Okay, gold nuggets, there we go. Put those away. Done and done. Nice. Okay, our storage is looking a little better now. Now, of course, we are going to need to auto-process some materials, because obviously we, need to swap some things out, automate some things, etc., etc., etc. But we should be able to filter in and out everything that we do and don't need, with relative ease, no less. So, with that, I think it's time we make ourselves a system designed to process said materials. I haven't decided what I'm going to be doing up there yet, nor have I decided what I'm going to do up at the very top there, but I will get to those in a while. Staircase, obviously, we are going to need to adjust that to some extent, make it look nice, but, we're doing our best here. We're making it look nice. That's the goal here. I may even actually go as far to upgrade the mob farm, because goodness knows we could probably do with a upgrade there. If only for the experience sort of situation here. But I digress. There's plethoras of other stuff that we need to do before that, so one thing at a time. Now let's see. We got a bunch of gold amber that we need to address. We're basically done with that. Alright. How are these machines going, actually? Alright, that's good, that's good. That is, not full enough, but it's close enough. That's good, that's good. We could certainly do with a lot more redstone. We could do with a lot more of literally everything, basically. So, let's get to it. So, let's start by automating certain processes. So, yeah, we're going to need to automate some things. So, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make an extension down here that is purely dedicated to making and processing all these trees. Because why not? We've reached that point where I think it's high time we start processing what we've made. So, we need to decide on how we're going to be doing that. So, the easiest way is to use tinkers for most of the processing materials. So we're going to have to make that, but we're going to have to confine it into a smaller space, essentially. So long as we confine it into so long as we can confine it into a small space, we should be fine. So, I guess we're just going to get some cobblestone to start with, and we'll set things up. We're going to need the slabs and the cobble itself. We'll start with the cobble, and we'll work our way through. Accidentally dropped a cobblestone, but that's fine. Okay, so we want to go a certain amount of blocks down, so I think it's 5 blocks down? Yep, 5 blocks down, and we want to make sure we rest it on a slab. So down through here, and then we want to slab it up. Here we go. That way mobs don't spawn, and we can still make it look nice. Here we go. Do the same thing here. So basically 6 blocks down, and then we good. And then we can line everything up. There we go. And mind you, we haven't actually hit the peak of production yet, because we haven't optimized this to go faster. So there is much more that we have to do in regards to making this as efficient as possible. But for now, we don't need to make it as fast, considering we're not processing fast. We just need to make it substantial. Alright, nice. We managed to get enough that we don't need to worry too much about that. So now, we need wood slabs. Okay, let's get some actual oak wood here and process that into something. There we go. Okay, and done. That should be enough wood for what we're trying to do. Okay, we take the wood here, and we convert it into slabs. That should be enough. We shouldn't need that many. Okay. Now we just gotta spam it all the way through. And rinse and repeat until we've finished the platform, basically. And, of course, we can start processing, you know, we can get all the materials looking nice once we are done here. Okay. Alright. And there we go. Took a bit of effort, but we managed to get the platform set up. No mobs are going to spawn on this because they're half slabs, I do believe. Yep. Even with F7, it's not going to change much. Alright, cool. Now we can set things up so that way we can start auto-processing materials. Now, the best way in order for us to make this work is obviously we need to figure out what can be processed via cooking of ores versus what can't. So, in order for us to identify that, we're going to need to basically make everything into a... We're going to need to make everything into a certain material that we can process. Thus, we are going to quickly go through each and every acorn, and we'll just address things as we go. We've got a bunch of acorns, but what processes what? So cottonwood is going to make cottonwood amber, which cottonwood amber, if crushed, makes white wool. If squeezed, makes white wool. Mechanical squeezed makes white wool, and manufactory, white wool. Okay. So we have a way to make infinite white wool if we use cottonwood. Now, the process requires both resin and cottonwood itself, so that isn't a hard process to manage. So we just need something to squeeze these things into place. So we need to make it into amber, so I guess we need a machine to make it into amber, basically. So that is our first goal. I guess the easiest way to make it into a workable product is actually to set up another Simply storage system. At least that's what I think, and then we can organize it so we can limit the amount of production. Well, maybe not the production, but we can input a certain amount of items into the machine, and then we can just process it, and then have the amber go to the next floor, which will be the actual processing part, I think. So first, we want to change everything into amber, basically. Dirt acorns can make dirt, so that's the process complete. Or we can turn it into dirt amber, which dirt amber, if smelted, makes liquid dirt. Doesn't really change much. What does liquid dirt do? You can make it into clay, I suppose, or mud bricks. Honestly, I see more viability in it being just straight dirt, so I'm not going to bother changing the design that I have here. So I'm going to aim for dirt. Cottonwood is going to be turned into cotton, obviously. Petrified acorns. We can either turn it into cobblestone, petrified amber, or we could turn it into limestone or marble. I see more use of it being turned into marble, so I'm going to make an infinite marble farm with the petrified resin acorns. I don't know. Basically, I need to go over everything. I need to see what's going to be turned into amber and what isn't. So, I'll start with the amber constructions, then I'll go for the others. So, cottonwood is the first on the menu. So, if we get a packager and combine those, that is an option, but I'm not going to do that, because it is annoying to deal with that. Because we can't lock the recipe, which is another annoyance of mine. Let's see, cottonwood acorn. We could get the crusher to it and get string. The squeezer, mechanical squeezer makes string. But I think it's just better if I use the cottonwood amber here, because that's going to yield better results. The alternative is cottonwood resin making... yeah. Making paper, which I don't exactly want. I'd rather just do it this way. Anyways. I'm getting off topic. Let's get to it. So, let's see. Cottonwood amber... we're going to have to auto-craft it, so the packager would be an ideal way. So I guess we're going to have to make some packagers, or get some. Thankfully we got 30. There we go. And let's see if we can make this work. We're going to want one packager here. It should always require redstone, I'd say. So that way we can get a timer on it. And we should probably have it to where it's going to be timed so it actually fills in the X amount of resources before things go awry. So for now, we'll put the cobblestone there as a buffer. Okay, yeah, no, we're going to have cobblestone as a buffer. We're going to have it run on redstone timers. And all we need to do, really, is just put it in a row. So power goes in the middle. We're going to have a pipe going in and out on either side. We just need a redstone power conduit, basically. So one hole's going to go here, one here, and one at the bottom. And theoretically, we can do the same thing here on every single side here. And just to make it look nice, I'm going to cut it like so. So quickly take these out, because we don't need them. And this should be as compact as possible for what we're trying to do. Okay, cut these out. And there we go. Alright, so we are going to want to place export buses on these sides. Now, do I want to use my applied energistic system? Because that's going to require a lot of power if I do so. I could use the Simply Storage network and just set up another network here, and that will process everything. In that case, I'd need to get the various machines connected up to it, so I'd basically have to transport all these, I'd have to transport the acorns instead from here to there, which would be a chore. Am I willing to expend that much power? I have no idea, honestly. It could work. But at the same time, with how expensive the power has been thus far with most machines regarding that, I'm not confident that we'll be able to handle it on a power grade thing. Or in a power sense, anyways. Yeah, because we're only running on, like, one battery of basic energy cube at this point, so just the machine alone over there costs us a lot. Especially from the ME storage standpoint, so I think we're going to want to try something different here. At least personally. For now, let's rest, make it daytime, so that way we can think on a clear head. There we go. And now, let's see. We're obviously going to need to get the items sucked in through the ME system. We just don't need to do it in the other way. So I guess what we can do is we can put half slab chests, I guess. Oh, but that defeats the point of it, because we can just easily, or just as easily, we can input them directly. If we're going to do it, we need to filter in such a way that it's going to take in certain items. Or better yet, we're going to need barrels for it, right? Yeah, you know what? It's just easier if we go through the export method and import method. So we're going to put export buses here. Like so. We are going to put import buses, assuming I have any, which I don't on person. Let's see, applied and logistics. We got storage buses, we've got export buses, but we lack import. Oh, no, wait, we got import buses. Never mind. I just missed them. Okay, we're going to put these on here. There we go. Okay. So for the export buses, we need to increase them. So we're going to need to get some cards for this. So let's see. Okay, so for where we need capacity cards. So we're going to make a bunch of those, I guess. We are missing out on gold, which is a problem. So let's see if we can't make some more gold here. Thankfully, we got plenty of gold here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. Apparently, there's a witch trying to survive in here. Where are you? Okay, that's a lot of blood. Alright, hold on. Ah, jeez. Okay, whatever. Alright, get out of my system. Come on. Yeah, stay out of my system. There we go. At the very least, you might despawn at that rate, and you won't be processing my blood, or processing immense amounts of blood in my system. Like, jeez. That is absurd. Alright, for now, let's just put into gold here. That should be enough for at least trying to get the rest of the capacity cards in play. So we're going to make a bunch of these. 16 should be enough, I think. No guarantees, though. There we go. 17 should be a good capacity amount. So all we need to do is we just need to increase the capacity by 1, so that way we can put in the 2 required materials, which is going to be both seeds. So, alright, so we need cottonwood acorns and cottonwood resin here. Okay, so cottonwood acorn, cottonwood resin. Put those back. Take a stack of each, so that way you can put it in there. There we go. It is a required redstone thing, so we are going to need a timer. And we'll tick it off every so often. We are going to put cobblestone in here, so that way... Well, actually, no, if I leave it on... Eh. Oh, I see. I see what happens. Okay, so... No matter what, cobblestone's just gonna stack it, so we should probably get a full stack of cobblestone then. That way, it's not auto-processing itself. And in fact, I might as well just do a bunch. And do that. There we go. Done. Take out that. Put back the cobble. Alright, there we go. Now it shouldn't have a reason to convert otherwise. We are going to need a bunch of wool in here. But effectively, it imports cottonwood and cottonwood resin. It creates cottonwood and cottonwood resin into cotton acorn. It basically... Alright, does cobblestone package it in anything? That's the key thing. Let's see. It does not look like it packages into anything, which is actually pretty good. Originally, I would have said it might be a problem, but it doesn't seem to be the case, so that's good. We're not dealing with mod shenanigans where we get packaged cobblestone and whatnot. Place water next to it to make obsidian. Place water 1 to 2 blocks away to make cobblestone. That would have been nice to know before making my actual, That would have been nice to know had we, made the, Whatever. You live and learn. You live and learn. Anyways. Okay, anyways, let's make the cottonwood resin. Or, not the resin, but the cottonwood amber. We just need a singular stack of it. That way we can set this machine up for what it's doing. It's going to slowly process everything, and the items are going to automatically go in. Every X amount of ticks is going to craft, and then it'll go from there. And that way the cottonwood amber is done, so now we can process everything else into the other alternative. But I digress, we will get to that in a moment. We are going to need power now, so we are going to set up a... Well, we're going to need redstone cable, so I'm going to need brick for that. Well, we need the energy cable, rather. So we are going to need... Yeah, we're going to take the stone here. We're going to get some... Alright, so we need cable, specifically. There we go. We are lacking in the brick department, I do believe. So all we got to do is make another set of bricks. There we go, 44. Alright, make all of them into brick stairs. There we go. Alright, 32 should be enough for what we're trying. We are going to need... Yeah, we're going to need an energy transfer node. Okay. Thankfully, we got all the materials for it. Now, we need the... What is it called? It is called the GPS marker. There we go. GPS marker. We are missing the die. Thankfully, we can easily make some. There we go. We'll make one. And then we will get the cable here. There we go. And all we gotta do is just provide power on the bottom. So all we gotta do is set this here. And we need to set up an extraction here. Well, we'll put this... I'll put this here for now, because I'm satisfied with that. But I will cut this out. Then I will put in the energy cable, like so. There we go. Now we get the energy extraction cable, which is right here. Thankfully, we got 32 of them, or 33 of those. There we go. Now, all we gotta do is just power it up to full. Right-click that, so that way we got the mark for it. Then, put it into the system. There we go. That is another power conduit now we've got settled. It is ready to activate when we are fully capable of using it, but for now, we are not. So first, let's sort this out. Okay, we got the 2 requirements here. We need wool now, taken out of there. Okay, wool is going to be the extraction. There we go. Well, actually, no, it's amber that's the extraction, actually. There we go. Put that back in. Okay. So this packager is going to make wool of the white variety. We just need to compress it, and then it's basically good to go. So I guess we could actually make the process a block away here, and just save us some time. Which isn't actually a bad idea, but one thing at a time. One thing at a time. I need to finish this first before I start, you know, going too ham. Okay, so now that we've got the cottonwood amber, it's going to filter out through there. Naturally, we want this to require redstone, so it processes over and over again. But otherwise, it's just going to filter out everything from the cottonwood, so as long as we filter specifically cottonwood, we're basically going to keep it to a reasonable amount. And as long as we use, of course, the timer, we're basically golden. So from there, all we have to do is extract into another object. And let's see. Alright, cottonwood amber. Let's see. Where does it go? We can either use a crusher to make it, which is a viable option. We can go for the mechanical squeezer, which is also a good option. The manufacturer is a good option. The squeezer is not. Given the efficiency, we're probably going to be going for the crusher, I think. That's the more logical conclusion I would predict. So let's get the crusher and we'll start making that. Let's see. Crusher. Actually, the crusher is expensive. Mechanical squeezer would be cheaper. And I do believe the mechanical squeezer is actually over here, so like that. Alright, so mechanical squeezer. We put you right... Yeah, let's put you right here, just to give it some fun distance. We want power on the bottom here, so we'll grab that. We are going to get some cable on the bottom here. Okay. And I guess we'll put a cable on the bottom here, so that way we can just dance it along. There we go. At least I think we can get away with that. Yeah, I think we can. We might not be able to get the cables, or the cabling here then, but, I mean, we only need 8 of them to work, right? So, here's what I'll do. I'll get rid of this, and I'll have the cable going through the top instead. So power goes through the bottom, cable goes through the top, I'd say. Which actually, I can keep the packager at that point then. So let's put in the exports and imports respectfully. There we go. Alright, so we want the export to go in here now. And then we want the imports on this side here. The exports should be the amber, obviously, so we're going to want to take half of that. Put this into here. And then we put in the wool. So let's quickly get that. Alright, there we go. Import the wool. There we go. Now we've got near infinite wool. Or, we've got the preparations for therein. As for how we're going to address further filter, I guess I'll put the wool up here among the lots of resources I'm about to filter. So let's put wool here. Why not? We're going to take out all the wool. We are going to quickly put in a storage bus here. Alright, white wool is going to be the focus. And there we go. Put that there. Make sure we've got a void overflow for it. And there we go. White wool is basically in the system. Just gotta put a cable through it and then we go. We don't need those storage buses, so we'll just quickly take those out for now. Nice. That one's not doing anything, so get rid of it. Alright, there we go. Cool. And now, all we gotta do is get the cable set up. Honestly, it's as easy as just sending it up. So what I'll do is I will connect these accordingly. Okay, it goes up and around. This can go up or go around here. Like so. Do I need to connect it? Not really. In fact, actually, what I could do is I could use, I could take this and separate these, so I'm actually minimizing the amount of export I need to do. And then I can just connect it upwards. Like so. That way it connects into the system without having to actually withdraw from anything. There we go. It connects into the system, and there we go. We've got the import and export of these certain materials. Now we just need to run this on a timer, so that way it's going to start pumping out cottonwood at our leisure. So, not sure how fast we should make it, because, I mean, cottonwood's fairly slow thus far. Yeah, cottonwood is somewhere around here. Hold on. Yeah, it takes quite a few ticks to actually, you know, grow it, so... I don't know. We'll have to see. Alright, well, with that, we can, get some cable here. Let's see, we've got item extraction cables, we could use those. Let's use item extraction cables. We're going to use some item cables here as well. So it's going to be our goal to extract cottonwood, or that's the plan anyways. Okay, we want to specify... Alright, so it's going to be an allow list. We want to allow cottonwood amber into our system here. And that alone. So we put that there. There we go. Then we can put it into here. We'll not always have it on. Let's require redstone, so that way we have the signal going. We can have this always on, though. There we go. Okay, it's going to take some time to refill each time, so that's not good. We're going to want something a bit better here. So, I guess speed upgrades is going to be the key here. So, I do believe we do have a... Okay, so we got a few cards here. Do we have one that increases speed, though? Let's see. We should. Acceleration card. Perfect. We've got plenty of those. We just need to get an advanced card, which requires diamonds. So we are lacking in that department, so let's get some more diamonds, or try to. Okay, we only got 30, but that's fine, considering the system chews them up like candy. Let's just make a bunch. Why not? Let's have a bunch of advanced cards, because we are going to need to make some accelerations. Okay, so we're just going to put this here. This should increase the capacity at which we get the refills onto cottonwood. So that's good. And... oh, that makes a lot. Oh. Okay, so it's not as fast as I would wanted, so I'm going to need to increase the pace even further. So let's increase that to 3. Okay, apparently cottonwood is not a extreme amount. No, it's just not filtering the cottonwood and the acorns respectfully. Lovely. Alright, well, let's get the replacement in. Are you kidding? Okay, so I gotta be very careful with this, because otherwise it's just going to suck up everything, and it's not going to filter in the proper way. God, that's so annoying. I'm gonna have to take it really slow then, if I want to make this work. I hate the packagers. I'm not gonna lie with you. Is there another way I could do this? Because it's gonna get annoying with packagers. Okay, let's see. There is a crafting card. What does it do? It's not really gonna do much for us. Uncrafting grinder, we don't need that. A crafting table that keeps its inventory. Automatic 3x3 crafting, no. Don't need that. A formulaic assemblacator. It's tempting. Let's see. A juicer, no. applied energistics crafting unit. That's not going to help us here. Crafting upgrade. I think the formulaic assembler is going to be here, a better option here. I think, anyways. Because if I can lock the recipe, that is alone a good idea. Alright, we're going to need a steel casing here. We're going to need basic control circuits. We're going to need a crafting table. We're going to need osmium and redstone to make the other bits of this machine. Let's put the cottonwood away over here, I guess. That's going to process white wool. That's good enough for me. Alright. Okay, so we're going to take some osmium here. 32 is enough. Let's get the redstone, at least. Cancel this. There we go. Alright, now we just need to make... Well, we're going to need 32 redstone here. Now, if we quickly rush over to here, so that way we can get to the metallurgic infuser, we pop in the redstone, we pop in the osmium, and we just need 2 of those advanced circuitry boards. And then we can make well, we can keep going, basically. I am actually half tempted to set this area up to apply apply mechanism upgrades as well. But all that and more in due time. I'm not going to do it today, for obvious reasons. I'm going to focus on this, or at the very least the beginnings of such a thing. Alright. Formulaic assembler. We are going to get rid of this packager completely. I'm going to toss in anything that I do not need. There we go. Alright. Okay, so the back should obviously be... Alright, so the bottom is going to be energy. So that's going to be our power. Okay, the front is going to be the output. The back is going to be... Alright, that's the top. That's going to be the input. Okay. Alright, hold on. Let's get some cottonwood here. Alright, let's replace the cottonwood that's there with... Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's just put... Okay, that's the cottonwood acorns. Let's get one more cottonwood here, just to make sure it's going. Alright. Let's take a stack of each, so that way we can set it up. So, let's see, we're looking for cottonwood resin. So, recipe is cottonwood on the sides here. Cottonwood here. There we go. Okay, sides configs. Or rather, encode formula. Okay, let's go into mechanism here. Okay, let's see. Crafting formula. We should try and make that, so we're going to need paper here. There we go. I'm going to quickly go grab the other pieces of the machine that we need. Or the, you know, basic control circuits that we are going to need to set up. Okay. Crafting formula. Boom. Put in the basic control circuits. Alright. Encode formula. Stock control all. We're gonna auto mode it. There we go. It doesn't appear to be filling, which is a problem. Okay, red is not working there, so I guess red there's. Maybe turn off this side. There we go. Okay, so it is filling. It's just being awkward about it. Okay, in that case, we're just going to take this acorn here. There we go. Fill those. Now, it should automatically disable that. There we go. Let's auto mode it, and let's see. We've got 6 slots that we got to go through, so it's going to have a bunch of the material left over. Now, this is going to pump in everything and excess, so that's good. And unlike the packager, we can turn it off if need be. I do believe that it's going to filter, but I have no guarantees here. Let's see. It's already fast, so that's fine. You know what? Before I continue, here's what I'm actually going to do. Because it requires both cottonwood and cotton acorns, I'm actually going to do something interesting here. So we're going to get an export bus here, like so. And we're also going to do... We're going to take out the capacity card, obviously. So only acorns go in through that side. Then we're going to get some... We're going to go with cottonwood resin here. And we're going to put that on top. There we go. Now we make the speed cards. Let's see. Here they go. Acceleration cards. We're going to make 5. Done. Okay. All 4 are going to go in there. All 4 are going to go into here. There we go. Then we get the cable here, so that way all of it's going to just export into here. So that way, it should just automate equally, I hope. The cottonwood acorns do not seem to be pumping in. I'm not sure why, though. Am I doing it the right way? Hold on. Okay, transporter fig. No, okay. You know what, it might be easier if I do it sideways. I'm gonna have to cancel this, though, and this, temporarily. So that way I can funnel out everything. Let's move some cable away, just so I'm actually doing this correctly. There we go. That should do it for now. Alright. Put the formulaic assembler this way. There we go. Alright. Alright, so top here is going to have cottonwood. So input there, there's going to be an input on the side here. There we go. On the right, that's going to be an output. On the bottom is going to be energy. There we go. That should work a little better for what we're trying here. So now, got to put cottonwood here. We've got to put acorns here. Alright. Stock control on, auto mode. Put everything back the way it was, just so we're getting the organization proper. And that's just going to start processing. There we go. Oh, it's because stock control was off. Or stock control was on, rather. Okay, so as long as we have stock control on, basically everything is gonna process neatly. So if we turn it off and we turn it on, we do this. Yeah, it's gonna start processing like insane amounts. So let's get some cobblestone here. So that way we can start replacing some of these real quick. Just so we have a set surplus here. There we go. Alright, let's stuff everything back into our system. There we go. Alright. So at the very minimum, we want 5 stacks of these. And then we want 4 stacks of, yeah, we want 4 stacks of cottonwood acorns, so let's get that ready. We'll get a stack of cottonwood. Acorns, there we go. That is the stack set up and ready to go. And that'll be my means of stack controlling. So we're going to turn off stock control. We are going to automate it now. And that's just going to fill up, and it's going to remain filled for as long as there is cottonwood amber in this machine. And once we have finally allowed power to extract from this area, from the item extraction cable, we can start pumping out cottonwood amber into the mechanical squeezer, thus resulting in, well, yeah, infinite wool, I guess, basically. So we're going to take the cottonwood amber here that we got here, and we're just going to toss that in to this. And because of how quick it is, it's just going to process instantly, just like a swift snap, so it's no big deal. But I'm going to be probably using formulaic assemblers here for the most part, and we should be good to go. But hey, we've managed to sort out the assembly line, as it were, so there we go. It's basically good. Now, while that's processing, I just need to actually set up a timer for it. So let's quickly get some What would be a good thing for this? Let's... We got a redstone timer, I believe, don't we? We did. But I believe I put it in a chest down here somewhere. Not there. Where was it? It was here. Bingo. Okay. With this redstone clock, we just need to time it correctly, and then we can just send all of them in very short bursts. Let's turn it off for now. Let's go for 400 ticks for 1 tick. That will send... Oh, well. Game crashed. You know what? I think that's a perfect time to end it off. Because we've been going for 3 hours and... I wasn't exactly... I don't know. Game's crashing, so whatever. Maybe this is a sign that I just need to close it off. Who knows, right? Well, regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. We managed to do quite a bit. Mainly, we managed to get our entire applied energistic system back up and running, using simply storage as a extension to applied energistics, rather than vice versa. And it seems to be working out quite well, so that's good. For next stream, what we're going to be doing is we are going to see about automating all those acorns and getting infinite goods from them. Because I think it's high time we start automating that process and finally turning it into something more substantial for the future. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I'll see you guys next stream. Take care, everyone. And have a good day.